Peace, brothers and sisters, family. This is Dr. Sadiki Baye coming to you once again, as I usually do, every Saturday of every week with a different topic that I have been blessed with by the Creator, and we must honor the Creator and our ancestors, the ones who want the best for us, always. So we must honor and represent them because in reality, the presence and the power of God is always within. We are the essence of God. Not only that, we are the ancestors. The ones who are here on this earth today are the ancestors having a human experience. So we must keep the connection with the spiritual ancestors to lead, guide, direct, and protect us along the way. I say that all the time because I feel that repetition is the key to learning. We're not just only human. We can go ahead and throw that right out the window. We are more than human. We are the essence of God in the human form. Don't be afraid of that because the pimps in the pulpit not going to tell you that because they have sold their soul to be a non-profit so they can do what they want with our money. But life is about self-preservation, and only you can preserve yourself. So be wise as you travel through life to fulfill your purpose and to create a legacy that will last for generations to come, a righteous legacy. So they say no one lives forever, but when you pass your legacy down, that's still you. So let's not be tricked up with these words and these terms that they have given us, to trick us up. So I'm going to present to you today another interesting topic that will give you another piece of the puzzle about what this thing that we call life is all about. Because we've been lied to, we've been deceived, we've been bamboozled. Even by the ones who's in these buildings that we call churches, mosques, synagogues, temples, or whatever you want to call them. It's not about the building, it's about the people. Religion is the people. Spirituality is about the people. So don't let them fool you, don't let them school you. They don't have our interests at heart. They're about control. And if I can control your mind, I can control your pockets. Because that's what it's all about. They have become capitalists. It is what it is. Now, if the I did say that. Now, but if the shoe fit, wear it. If it don't, then don't wear it. It's just how simple it is. So I'm here. My name is Sadiki, which means truthful. I'm going to tell you the truth. So if you don't want to hear the truth, you better keep it moving away from me. Because that's all I know is to tell the truth. So I'm going to talk about this subject today that we call struggle. What is a struggle? We must know these. We must know etymology, the original meaning of terms and phrases, so that we can see things out of the darkness. We don't want to see darkness no more. Turn the lights on so that we can see all those things that's been in front of us all along. It can be a little scary or whatever, but don't, pay too much attention about that. It's all about your efforts. You're blessed through your efforts, and you're going to see that, and you're going to learn about that as we go through this beautiful topic that we're going to talk about today, which is struggles. So, first of all, what is a struggle? A struggle means to proceed with good efforts or with great difficulty. Now, haven't they taught us that everything is difficult? And we've been told that for so long, we feel that anything that's simple, it can't be true. This is what we've been taught. When they says in the scriptures that life is simplicity. Simplicity. So, when you struggle against the rhythm of life, then you invite opposition and resistance, which creates more struggle. Listen to me, family. Listen to me. I know some of this stuff, you might never heard before, or it's hard to believe because we've been programmed for so long. We've been struggling for so long and suffering for so long. We feel that if it's not about suffering and struggling, it can't be true. But struggling is determined by your good efforts. There's nothing wrong with struggling. Now, let me give you some synonyms, which means the same. The words mean the same, or the phrases means the same. So synonyms to struggle is oppose, contest, fight, conflict, or battle. That all means the same as struggle. So when those things present itself, don't start tripping. It's all about your efforts. It's all about understanding the journey of life and what it's all about. They don't teach us that. They teach us that, oh, you're a sinner, you're wretched, you can never be like Jesus, and you can never be like this, and no prophets and no such and such. Really? Well, is Jesus or all the other prophets a person, or is it a mindset? Because they always said, if you believe as I believe. Peep the game, family. It's all about your beliefs. According to your beliefs, it is done unto you. Why keep teaching a person about someone or something that you can never be? That's a waste of time. So we can be what we put our minds to, because everything is mental. So I gave you some synonyms of struggle. Now I want to give you some antonyms. Antonyms are opposite of the words or the phrases. And antonyms to struggle is number 1, entertainment. Number 2, fun. Number 3, calm. Number 4, it can be, let me see, it can be even cause you to give in. So we got to stop looking at everything as a game. Everything is entertainment. Everything is fun. Everything is calm. Everything is peace. But everything that exists, it struggles. It struggles to do what? It struggles to exist. There's nothing wrong with that. Where there is no struggle, there is no progress. Where there's no struggle, you can't even be about learning. Struggle is an opportunity to learn. Struggle gives you to potential to learn more. So don't trip on struggle. Struggle is a good thing. You struggled when you was in the womb. You struggled to come out of the womb. You struggling to get to the first grade, to the second grade, to the second grade, to the third grade. We understand that. But when it comes to life, it seems like we become dumbfounded. Why? Because these pimps in the pulpit made us that way. You're only human. No, you speak for yourself. They don't like the truth. See, they want control over you. Now, our ancestors had to gravitate to some things to save their sanity, that madness they was going through. So some of the meaning got lost in the process. They couldn't tell the children, because if the slave driver got that out of the children, there's going to be some deaths going on, some killing, some murdering going on. So the elders couldn't tell the youngsters everything. But now it's the time that we must seek the truth. Because too many of our people went to the grave with a lot of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. A lot of them were afraid to even speak on it. They didn't want to remember all these experiences, but they must be told, family. We must pass them on. We have to do all we can to fight through our struggles. It's all good. Where there's no struggle, there's no progress. And struggling is potential learning. It has something to do with your character building. It's opportunities. Remember, no pain, no gain? Remember that? Okay, well, then why, when the pain comes, we give up and give in? It's because we don't believe it. And a lot of things that I say a lot is to remind you, because repetition is the key to learning. We need to hear these things over and over again to erase the bull crap that they gave us. And all bull crap stinks. So we need to clean our acts up so God can enter into our clean home. We have to give God a reason to be there for us. That's not automatic just because we're here. We have to even give each other reason to be there for each other. It's all good. So, struggle improves your learning potential. It's an opportunity. Everything that exists is struggling to exist. Even nature, the plants, the trees, the animals, the birds, the sea animals. Everything that exists is struggling to exist. And it's all good. Life is about the survival of the fittest. The more fit you are, the better chance you have to be here. It is what it is, and it's all good. There's nothing bad when you're learning. The only thing that's bad is when you're not learning. Even though learning can be painful, but you can't beat the blessings. So find a process to get to the other side and get your blessings, because you deserve it. So with that in mind, let me give you some descriptions of struggles. We need to know what struggles are. Okay, a description of a struggle can be a remorseless revolution. It can be a competitive survival. It can be bloody. It can be wasteful. It can be internal. It can be personal. And it can even be brief, depending on how you handle it. Understand these. I'm giving it to you the way it needs to be given to you. And I'm not going to even charge you anything but your attention. Because if I'm blessed with it, they say, as you learn, teach. And you don't have to have no degree to do that. So I'm sharing with you. I have the courage and the will to share these things with you, because most people don't like truth. We've been lied to for so long. And the enemy want to put your lights out. His main purpose is to never allow a black Messiah to develop again. But we are the black Messiah. So tell it like it is. The truth doesn't need seasoning. It doesn't need sweeteners. Just tell it the way it is. It's good enough. What they say, give me that old time religion because it's good enough for me. Yes. So, struggle can mean two things. It can mean putting forth good effort, or it can mean with great difficulty. So make good efforts, which is positive, but have great difficulty is negative. And we always feel that things supposed to be difficult, but it's not. The more you learn, the more you see that it's very simple. Simplicity. So, family, how do you struggle in life? Ask yourself that. First and foremost, you must believe that you can do it. It's all according to your beliefs. It is done unto you. It's personal. So, how do you struggle in life? And the first thing you do is to make up your mind you can do it. That's the first thing. Then you can go about the business of not allowing yourself to cheat yourself out of today. Never cheat yourself out of today. See, right now is all we have. Yesterday was history, tomorrow is a mystery. Right now is all we got. So we have to act like we know. Never take life for granted. There's no such thing as time. Time is man-made. So everything is life. So never cheat yourself out of life. Never, ever. And another thing is don't make things so difficult. A lot of times we make things too difficult because we've been programmed to believe that. So we must fight hard and smart to come up out of that. Another thing is let go when you should. Hear me, family. Let go when you should. In other words, let go and let God. Sometimes we say, oh, I left it in God's hands. Okay, well then why did you go back and pick it up? As though God don't know what he's doing. That's the worst thing you can do, is to not believe in God. Not believe in the essence of who you are. Listen very carefully, family, because these things are very important to make progress and to fulfill our purpose and create a divine a legacy that will last for generations. And one of the most important things of the struggle in life is face the problem straight on. Face it straight on and let it know that I'm here now. The original man is here. The chosen man is here. The godly man is here. Yeah, convince your mind of that. We have to use affirmations to retrain our minds. We're full of garbage right now. We're full of crap. And all crap stinks. But some people are so immune to their crap, they don't smell it no more. See, I'm telling you the truth. I have the courage to do that. And no one can stop me but me. So I'm on a roll right now. It's all about science, the law of inertia, which means things are in motion, have things to stay in motion and pick up as it goes. And that's where I roll. So now it's doing me. What I'm doing is all I know to do. And that's why if you don't like light, then you got to stay away from the light. But I would advise you to adjust to the light and stop putting it out. Keep adjusting and keep on learning and keep on growing. So remember, the struggle improves your character. It does. It improves your character. Now, if my character is up here and your character is down here, you should never say you don't know me like that. And if you say that, that's telling me you don't know you like that. So the wise man goes by what he knows. So we have to start knowing something. So, since everything in life is relative, everything in life is connected, then never go through life alone. Develop your mind and look for those like minded people and join forces. That's what you call community, common unity. We need to get that back. That should be our number one focus is a community, not voting, not these pimps in the pulpit that won't tell us the truth. They'll mix it and all that. We even got some of them pimps up there that are vegetarian, and they won't even teach their congregation to not eat meat. So that they don't explain to you what meat is. Meat is death. Meat is the animal's muscles that is dead. When something dies, rigor mortis sets in immediately. What is rigor mortis? Rot. That's why a lot of people say, "Oh, I want that tender steak." You know that the more tender a piece of meat is, the more rotten it is. People don't like to hear that. Man, leave my meat alone. I can't do without it. Yes, you can. You're just trying to prove that you can't because you're addicted. We think that drugs and alcohol is the only thing that is addicted. No, we are foodaholics. We are. We have been made to be that way. And since we are disobedient, there's consequences. And that's what's happening to us. We're living out of ignorance, out of our programming, out of the slavery diet. There's nothing wrong with the slavery diet when we were there, but we're not there no more. Don't forget, slavery is not uh, a human thing. Slavery is a mental thing. It's not physical. It's mental. I can be in a cage, and I'm still can feel free. So it's all in the mind. So keep an open mind at all times, because if you don't, you'll be too stiff and too closed-minded. And what that can put you in is the category of the Humpty Dumpty syndrome. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. And when he fell in so many pieces, no one can put his dumb behind back together again. So never put yourself in that category. Ever. Always keep an open mind, because when you're traveling through life, there are going to always be some unexpecteds. So always have reserve. Most people don't even have what it takes talking about reserve. We have to always have reserve so when the unexpecteds come, we have enough to address that struggle, because it's a problem. All problems are struggles. But it's all good. Because if you're learning, it's got to be good. The only thing in life that's bad is when you're not learning. Period. It is what it is. That's what makes life so simple. People don't like simple things. They're addicted to difficulty. So when you struggle, struggling can be synonymous to victory, because every struggle is a victory. Why? Because you're learning. At least it's a potential to be a victory, but it's up to you to determine what it is. Thank God for choices. We abuse our choices. Oh, I don't have no choice. Well, you had a choice to say I didn't have a choice. Come on, family. We need to get rid of all these cliches and all this programming and throw it out the window. It's just like what's going on now, as I always say, Corona-19. It's almost like when that came on the scene, we threw God out the window. Now it's all about the shots and all of that. You even have people say, "Oh, I got my shots now. Now I can live longer." Really? You're putting shots before God? When the enemy is the diseased one. So since we're assimilated to the enemy, we get everything the enemy gets. Because we didn't know nothing about all that stuff when we had community. We were into herbs and simple stuff. You know, very simple stuff, bitter herbs, that's nasty stuff. Because parasites can't live in bitter environments. It's supposed to be nasty. It's giving you an opportunity to live. So we have to understand the processes of life and stop going on what we feel or what we've been told. Man up and study to show yourself approval. Lean not to your own misunderstanding, but rightly dividing the word of truth. That's personal. So family, when you struggle with a problem or with someone and you do it on your own, you appreciate the solution better. When you address a problem on your own and you resolve it, you appreciate the solution. Stop allowing everybody to give you everything and to do everything for you, and you bragging about how hard you work like the enemy do all the time. Oh, I worked so hard and I earned all this. No, you didn't. The only thing you worked is your whip. You work your mouth because you are a coward. You're a barbarian. You're a murderer. You're a rapist. You're a devil. It is what it is, and I'm not afraid to tell the truth. So let the truth be told. So appreciate your victories. God bless the child that got his own what? Got his own mind. Got his own will. Got his own courage. Got his own strength. Got his own awareness. So let me share something to you quickly. I always give points of reference. Let's go to the book, the Bible. A lot of people are familiar with the Bible. You know, it doesn't matter which book you have because all of them saying the same thing. It's just that they taking different roads to get to the same destination. If we bear witness there's only one God, then what's the problem? How can you feel that you have the only way? There's many ways to get to a destination. The key is to get to the destination. But no, they taught us you got the only way. If they don't believe like you, then leave them alone. Like I gave you the illustration in the family, you got 3 brothers. Each one of them had one of them was Christian, one was Hebrew Israelite, and one was Muslim. And each one of them felt that they had the only answer. So you got enemies living in the same house that they call themselves brothers. Don't go for that family. Don't go for the okie doke. The family that prays together stays together. So Joshua was a warrior. It's a mindset. I don't know if there was ever a Joshua. I don't care if there was ever a Joshua. You listen to the story because the blessing is in the lesson. And all lessons are minds sets. So it says, Joshua, the 1st chapter, the 9th verse, it says, be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened or dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Now, the key to it is, do you believe it? It ain't nothing until you call it. But when you got to come in and go on guard, you in trouble. Oh, God, please come in my life. Well, where did he go? Because when you look in the mirror, you should see always the image and likeness of God. They don't want us to know that. Because everybody else want to play God and take charge of us. You know, take advantage of us. Okay, another one quickly is Deuteronomy 31st chapter, the 6th and the 8th verse. It says, be strong and bold. Woo! Be strong and bold. Have no fear or dread them, because it is the Lord your God who goes before you. When he goes before you, he's preparing the place. He will be with you. He will not fail or forsake you. Once again, do you believe that? It's all according to your beliefs. Because according to your beliefs, it is done unto you personally. So be careful what you believe. So when you are struggling with if you're struggling with yourself or someone or something, you have to intentionally, family, be patient with yourself and be persistent with your efforts. Be patient and persistent. And that is very important because we don't stick to nothing long enough for it to happen. We be patient with everything and everybody else, but when it comes to our individual selves, that's the hardest thing to do. But we must fight through that. We must challenge that. Because the struggle is what produces character. Do that, family, for yourself. Now, most people don't like exact sciences like math and so forth. Why? Because you're either right or you're not. There's no way out. We're not playing horseshoes or almost. No. There is no way out. Challenge yourself where there's no way out. Walk that straight and narrow. And the challenge is, can you stay there while the storm's going on? Don't be a leaf detached from the tree. You at the mercy of nature now. You all over the place. Keep your connection. Develop relationships that are like-minded with yours. Be the example. That's our purpose for being here, to be the example, make things better. So, struggle helps you stay grounded. If you understand electricity, which is science, any electricity that's not grounded, it goes on and off. The lights go on and off when it feels like it. But the more grounded you are, the more consistent you are. So put all 10 toes on the ground and dig in and keep it moving with a purpose. Keep your feet on solid ground because all other ground is sinking sand. Don't fool yourself, family. Don't pretend anymore, family, and never let yourself down ever again. Do all you can to enjoy the journey because God gave you that opportunity and he wants the best for you. And the ancestors will be watching over you and protecting you and leading and guiding you. Just call on them when you need them. Understanding can take the sting out of any situation, any struggle. Understand is 2 words, under and stand. Once you know what's under what is standing, such as the tree, which is the roots, then you know the tree. Very simple, isn't it? Don't get mad, learn. Do yourself a favor. So family, I pray that I gave you a leadway to go ahead on and pursue this on your own because we must understand our purpose for being here. And I'm not afraid. I'd rather, like James Brown say, die on my feet than live on my knees. So with that in mind, I love you, I bless you, and I want you to prosper. Stay strong and keep your faith where it belongs, because life is for the living. The stronger you are, the more opportunities you have to be here with balance. Do your best and let God do the rest. You got to know when to hold and know when to fold. How do you know when to hold and when to fold? You have to have a strong discerning spirit to know the difference. So you won't be using emotions. Keep your head towards the universe where all strength comes from, and never give up and never ever ever give in, no matter how things seem. Seem is emotions. No matter how things seem, because everything is, always was, and always will be in divine order. God don't make no mistakes, but we do. But when you learn from your mistakes, it's all good. So keep on growing and keep on learning. You can't go wrong. And learning can be painful, but that's what builds character. Keep your lights on and keep them bright at all times. Family, go on, always review me on YouTube. Push the subscribe button and the like button and share it, because all of us have something to offer. Hotep, Baraka, peace, family.